Welcome to the Musical Cast.
Welcome to something. I don't know what we're doing.
Hey, Virginia, what you doing back there?
Just sitting here.
Doing what?
Right now. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Listening to you guys.
So,
hi.
We were going to do a video about bike riding, and I thought Mark meant now, and he meant later. But we'll tell you about it.
Next week we can do a video. Like next week when we can go out in the garage and I can show you bikes and show you how to take them apart and how to put them back together. That's very relevant to what we were going to talk about.
That was, and then I turned the camera on. So
maybe we'll have to have a second video.
Okay, we'll do a second video. But this video, we will tell you about what we do with our bikes.
What do we do with our bikes?
So we got a balance bike. I can just shut the door with my foot.
Almost works.
Okay.
I'm just sure they can hear his audio Bible.
They're listening to Bible.
Listen to that.
So we got a balance bike, like an actual Strider balance bike, whatever you call them.
Not that brand. That was.
Yeah, it wasn't that brand, but one of those.
Some cheap knockoff of a Strider bike.
Toddler bike.
Yep.
And it wasn't super expensive. I'm thinking like $40 or $50. But at the time, we didn't know what else to do, and we needed something for your Josiah to be able to ride. Because Josiah, for those new who are new to watching, Josiah has cerebral palsy. Say hi, baby. Josiah has cerebral palsy, and he can't ride a regular pedal bike because he can't feel where his foot is on the pedals.
Right.
So we
and he has epilepsy, so there's always that when it comes to bike riding.
Right. So we're very careful on when we do and do not let him ride bikes.
Definitely.
But we got one of these toddler bikes to see if he'd be able to figure it out, and he was small enough at the time to fit on that bike. Mm-hmm. And we found that he was really, really good at a Strider bike. He could figure it out just fine. He was great. But he got a little too big for that bike. So we moved him up to another. We went to look for another size bike. Because you're laughing at me. We went to look at another size bike.
Yeah. And
the next size up is considered a special needs disability bicycle. I don't remember the exact wording for it. But it was like really expensive, like $150 to do that. I hear. Oh, that's great.
Come in. We're on video. Yeah,
hi. We're talking. Oops, sorry. I'm clicking buttons. Now what are we doing?
Buttons. Okay, so we went to Walmart and we met our favorite toy guru, who we didn't know at the time, while we were looking for bikes. And
you want to join us too?
They didn't sell any balance bikes there.
It's Saturday night. Let's party.
They didn't sell any balance bikes there, so we went looking around, and they were really expensive, like $120, $130.
Whoa! Excuse you.
And so what we did was we went to a local consignment store, and we found a bike for, I think it was $20.
$20? Yeah.
And Mark was able to take off the pedals and the gear system, and we made it into a Strider bike.
You can take it apart in about 5 minutes, actually. So the front sprocket, where the chain goes around and attaches to the pedals, usually that's just a couple of the little nuts and pull some things out, and you can get it. You may have to take out the pedal itself from the sprocket to get it through, and then the chain. But I could make a video to show that instead of just talking about it. So yeah, it's easy. 5 minutes, and I am not a mechanic. To take it apart. To put it back together, that's 10 minutes, maybe 15, which we just did the other day.
So we got that second bike for Josiah, and Abigail moved on to the toddler bike. In the meantime, while we were looking for a bike, a friend of ours gave us a bike that she had found on the side of the road or something, and it was a great bike. Thank you, Hannah. It was a pedal bike with training wheels, but we found out it was the same size as the balance bike. So we kept it, and Abigail eventually moved from the balance bike to the pedal bike of the toddler size. Well, just recently, everybody has had growth spurts. So we moved Samuel, the 10-year-old, up to Naomi's bike. We moved Josiah up to Samuel's bike, so Mark took the pedals off Samuel's bike. And then Mark put the pedals back on what was Josiah's last bike, which is now Abigail's bike. Mm-hmm. And so now the 2.5-year-old, who already knows how to ride the balance bike, is learning how to ride a pedal bike with training wheels. Our driveway is long and it's a very gradual tilt. So they have to work to get up to the top, and then when they get to the top, they can come down without going way too fast.
It's a little less than flat, but not much.
Right. It's enough that you keep rolling, but you don't roll too fast.
Right.
And we just recently got a new helmet for Uriah, because Uriah's got a really big head, and his
for a
other
2.5-year-old, he's got like a 5-year-old's head.
So his helmet was getting too small, so we just bought a new helmet for him. And Josiah is going to be able to wear his helmet forever because of the CP. He's got a smaller head.
Tiny head syndrome.
No one else needed new helmets at this point, but everyone else has helmets because they know that they have to wear a helmet to ride.
Sorry, my arm's getting tired.
And Virginia and Naomi share a bike because Virginia doesn't really like to ride.
And they're the same height.
So
they don't generally actually ride bikes. The girls not so much anymore. Naomi once in a while.
An extra bike we were able to give to another friend who actually is a family that will go out bike riding.
Yeah, awesome.
So,
a bike, did that cover one bike thing? That was really cool.
So we, as a family, can't go bike riding together because I have a balance issue because of the Charcot-Marie tooth that I have, which is a form of muscular dystrophy. And if anybody wants to know what that is, it's named after the 3 guys who found it. That's why it's called Charcot-Marie tooth. It has nothing to do with your teeth. And Mark has a neurological issue that we never know when he's going to have a problem, so we don't let him on any wheeled items right now.
I'm not allowed on ladders. I'm not allowed on bicycles. I'm
not saying he doesn't get on them. He just doesn't.
I'm not allowed to do anything. I do drive the lawnmower sometimes.
We tell him he has to stay away from those things.
Yeah.
So we, as a family, don't go out bike riding because it's just not a safe situation for us to do. But because we live on a little cul-de-sac and we have this long driveway, the kids have plenty of room to ride. He just found himself. He's like, who is that? So that is what we do with bikes. This guy, only not even quite 6 months old, he doesn't ride a bike yet. He just likes to go around in the stroller. So we walk while the kids ride on the cul-de-sac. But I think that answers it. Josiah, the 7-year-old, I don't know that he will ever be able to ride a bike with regular pedals because he doesn't have enough sensation on his left foot. But he did have a lot of fun when we did therapy before the quarantine. He got to ride on a special needs. He got to ride on a special needs tricycle, which you could strap on the feet, and there was a special handbrake and everything, and he loved that. He loved the fact of being able to pedal like his brothers and sisters. So, I think that answered all the questions about bike riding. They go bike riding almost every day. I don't let them go bike riding if Josiah has been having a lot of seizures recently, because I don't want him to fall, and so we find other things to do in the yard. But if I allow them, they're on their bikes probably a good hour a day at least. So we're gonna go before this guy totally falls asleep on you. But
bye-bye. Say bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us today.